There was a time when I had no idea where my life was heading. Growing up, things weren't easy. I've been through homelessness, hardship, and moments where the future seemed really uncertain. But through it all, I knew one thing. I wanted more than just survival. I wanted to create something that could bring light into people's lives, even during their darkest moments. That's why I started Nightlight Candles. It's not just about the candles, it's about spreading positivity, hope, and inspiration. As those of you know that have been following along my journey from the beginning, I am trying to turn Nightlight into a meaningful and profitable business. Though Nightlight's story is just beginning, I've learned some powerful lessons that have helped me grow this business into something I'm really proud of, and we continue to see organic growth as the months roll by. And today, I want to share 5 of those lessons with you. So whether you're just starting out or looking for a way to grow your business, I'm confident that these 5 lessons can help you make a real impact. Let's get into it. When I first launched Nightlight Candles, I thought my branding was decent. I picked a font, threw together some colors, and honestly, I thought I was good to go. But looking back now, I can see that my branding wasn't nearly as professional or as cohesive as it needed to be. Honestly, this is still one of those things I continue to tweak. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I will change things as much as I need to if it means that my business will get better. And once I finish the new look of my candles and product boxes, I'll be sure to show you all. But one of the biggest challenges was balancing costs. As a small business, I didn't have the budget for custom-made anything, so I went with what I could afford and what I thought looked good. And while that approach was fine to get started, I realized that I needed to grow. I needed to invest more into making my brand feel consistent and polished. Now, I put a lot more thought into everything, from picking the right fonts to choosing a consistent color scheme. I've learned that branding is more than just slapping a label on a product. It's about creating a visual identity that feels aligned with the values and message of your business. And I think with the next iteration of my candle business, we are getting close to that. And while it may feel overwhelming or expensive, remember, branding doesn't have to be perfect when you launch. You can evolve it over time, like I did. But the key is making sure that it feels cohesive, whether that's in your social media posts, website, or packaging. So if you're just starting out and you feel like your branding isn't quite there yet, don't stress about it. Keep costs low when you can, but as you grow, put more resources into making your brand feel consistent and professional. It's an investment that will pay off in the long run. The second lesson I've learned is having a cause and being authentic. One thing I learned throughout my journey is that people love supporting a business that's connected to a deeper cause. But here's the thing, it has to be authentic. You can't just create a cause to manipulate people's emotions. It has to be something you truly believe in. For me, my cause is deeply personal. I know what it's like to face hardship, to feel you're struggling through life. I also know that many people around the world are dealing with depression and anxiety. Over 300 people worldwide face depression, and another 300 million struggle with anxiety. That's why I've centered Nightlight Candles around motivation and inspiration. My mission is to let people know that their lives are meaningful, that everything's gonna be okay, and that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. That's why every candle we sell comes with a scratch-off message of positivity. It's a small reminder that someone cares and they matter. And here's the key. When you're authentic about your cause, people can feel it. They'll want to support you, not just because you have a great product, but because they believe in what you're doing. It becomes more than just a sale, it becomes about a connection. So if you're thinking about tying your business to a cause, make sure it's something that resonates with you, something that you deeply care about. Because when it's real, people will feel that and they'll want to be part of your mission. One of the biggest things I've learned in business is that people don't just want a product, they want value. And that value goes way beyond the product itself. People want to feel like they're learning something, gaining insight, or connecting to something deeper. I realized early on that constantly pushing products, sending emails that say, buy this or check out this new collection, gets old really fast. And I've been totally guilty of this. People don't want to feel like they're being sold to all the time. It's exhausting, and before you know it, they're unsubscribing from your email list. Instead, I focus on providing real value to my customers. And I'm not just talking about offering discounts or promotions. I share educational tips, resources, and inspirational content. Things that people can take away and use in their own lives, even if they don't make a purchase right away. For example, I've sent out newsletters with tips on how to get the most out of your candles, proper care, burn times, benefits of wood wicks, things like that. It's useful information that helps my customers, and it shows them that I'm here to provide more than just a product. I want them to have a great experience, whether they're buying from me or just enjoying the content. The key is to build trust. When people feel like they're getting value from you, whether it's knowledge, inspiration, or just a helpful tip, they're more likely to come back. And when they do, they won't feel like they're being sold to. Instead, they'll feel like they're engaging with a brand that genuinely wants to help them. So remember this. People love to buy, but they hate feeling sold to. If you can provide a value beyond your products, you'll build relationships that last. If there's one lesson that has made a huge difference in my business, it's learning to stay ahead. It's all about planning and anticipating what your business will need before problems arise. I don't think any of you know this, but I've taken flight lessons in an attempt to get my private pilot's license. Aviation has always been a passion of mine, and one thing my flight instructors drilled into me was the importance of staying ahead of the plane, always being a few steps ahead in anticipation of what's coming next. It's the same in business. For example, imagine packing for a craft fair and realizing last minute that your best-selling candle is almost out of stock. That can not only ruin your sales for the day, but also impact your online store if you run out of stock there too. The last thing you want to do is to be scrambling when it's too late. That does nothing but put unnecessary stress on you. Now, every week or so, I print out my inventory sheet and go through it and highlight the products that need restocking. Whether it's wax, wicks, or fragrance oils, I make sure to get ahead of the situation so I'm never caught off guard. Staying ahead helps me run my business smoothly without unnecessary stress. Just like in aviation, where you adjust the controls before the plane needs it, in business, you need to make adjustments before the problem arises. By staying organized and regularly checking your inventory, you avoid those panic moments that could cost you sales or hurt your business. The lesson here? Stay ahead, anticipate what's coming, plan in advance, and always keep your business running smoothly. That way, you'll be ready for whatever comes your way. And in my opinion, the most important lesson I've learned is that people don't just care about the product, they care about the story behind it. Candles are candles, right? But what makes someone choose your candle over someone else's is the connection they feel with your brand and with you. I used to think that if I made a great product, people would just buy it. But I quickly realized that people want more than just a product. They want a reason to buy. They want to feel like they're a part of something bigger, and that's where your story comes in. In my last video, I shared the story of why I started Nightlight Candles. For me, it was about more than just creating candles. It was about spreading positivity and light, because I know what it's like to grow up without much of either. And I found that when I shared that story, people didn't just buy a candle, they connected with my mission and my journey. Your story is what sets you apart. It's what makes people care about who they're buying from. When they resonate with you, your experiences, and your mission, you're no longer just a brand. You're a part of their lives, and that's what builds long-term loyalty. Sharing my story helped me build a deeper connection with my customers. People don't just see me as someone selling candles. They see me as someone who understands their struggles and wants to bring a little bit of light into their lives. And that's what makes them come back, not just once, but again and again. So don't be afraid to share your journey, your ups, your downs, your why. It's what will draw people to you and keep them coming back, because they're not just buying your product. They're buying into your story and your mission. So the lesson here, people connect with people, not just products. Share your story, be authentic, and watch how it builds lasting relationships with your customers. So those are the 5 lessons that have helped me continue to grow Nightlight Candles. From branding to finding a deeper cause, to providing value, staying ahead of the business, and sharing my story. Each of these lessons has been a critical part of my journey. It hasn't always been easy, and there continue to be plenty of challenges along the way. But these lessons have not only helped my business grow, they've helped me grow as a person too. If there's one thing I've learned through all of this, it's that growth takes time. Whether you're running a candle business, or starting a different venture, or just working towards personal goals, the most important thing is to stay committed, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Which of these lessons resonated with you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you learned something valuable along your journey, please share it with me. I'm always learning from others just like you. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this journey with me and Nightlight Candles. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe for more insights on running a small business and staying inspired. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, remember to keep shining.